So let's talk about the benefit of breathing better and actually getting more oxygen when you're doing the ketogenic diet. There's something called the respiratory quotient. So it's really just this exchange of oxygen and CO2 that happens in your body. So it just so happens that fat has the lowest RQ. So you're going to get the least amount of carbon dioxide and the most oxygen. This is why a lot of people will report that they're breathing better on the ketogenic diet. If they had COPD or emphysema or asthma, they seem to breathe better. When they're exercising, they can go longer because they have less CO2 and more oxygen. Now, a ketone itself, depending on the quantity of ketones, could range even a little less than that to about 0.66 to 0.73. Protein has a higher RQ, a little bit more CO2, less oxygen. But look at this, carbohydrates have the highest RQ, which means they give off the most CO2 and the least amount of oxygen. Now, that being said, I want to bring up this concept of something called ketoacidosis. When your body is in an acidic state, you also will have a difficult time breathing. You'll have more CO2 being produced and less oxygen from a different reason. Now, if you're concerned about ketoacidosis, let me just define what it is. It's not only a drop in your pH, in your blood pH, by a slight degree, but it's super high blood glucose, okay? I'm talking like 300 or more. So when you are on the ketogenic diet and you're not a diabetic, your blood sugars are going to be like maybe 80, 70, or 60, extremely low. They're not going to be over 100. You'd have to be a diabetic type 1 to have this happen. And this occurs when there's actually zero insulin going on. So you're a type 1 diabetic, you have no more insulin, there's no regulation or control over this blood glucose, so it just goes super high. So the combination of super high blood glucose and massively high ketones, okay, with an acidic blood creates this state, which is dangerous, but this only occurs if you're a type 1 diabetic and you're not taking any insulin, and you're not paying attention to your insulin levels, okay? So I just want to bring that up. There is other forms of acidosis. One would be lactic acidosis, which, by the way, is one of the side effects when you take metformin, if you're diabetic. And there's other reasons for this as well, but one simple remedy would be to take vitamin B1. That reduces this lactic acidosis. So B1 will help establish this pH, so will calcium. And the point of this video is just to talk about the extra added benefit of the ketogenic diet, generating less CO2, more oxygen, not just for lung stuff, but for your physical fitness, for your metabolism, and to get a better quality sleep at night. All right, thanks for watching. Hey, if you're liking this content, please subscribe now, and I will actually keep you updated on future videos.